Hello and welcome to a summary of the patch notes for the Star Citizen Alpha 3.1.0 live build, which was released on the 31st of March 2018 and is the first of their quarterly patches for the year, next one being 3.2.0, which will come out at the end of June. Let's have a look at the major new features. The character customizer. With this feature, players can adjust aspects of their character's physical appearance, such as face shape, eye colour, hairstyle and skin tone. Players will be required to create a character when attempting to access the universe menu. After a custom character is created, that character will be used for all game modes. Characters can be changed after being accepted via the character customization tab on the universe menu. Logout improvements. Players can now safely log out from any major stations like Levski, Grimhex and Port Olisar. This will persist between sessions for when players log back into the game. They've added a logout timer as well when logging out in range of other players. Pirates, interdiction and quantum jamming. AI pilots can now carry quantum jammers aboard their ships. These devices produce a field which should stop quantum drives from being able to function. Players who are interdicted will now first have to destroy the ships carrying the jammers before they can quantum travel away to safety. They have also added the ability to earn virtue reputation for killing NPC pirates. This gives you much more reason to hunt them down. Service beacons. Service beacons have been introduced to the persistent universe economy. Using the Moby-Glass, players can create and customize personal transport or combat assistance contracts that will be made available to other players to complete for agreed upon amounts. After the contract ends, the players will be able to review each other's performance with a positive or negative rating. To create a beacon, locate the Create Beacon on the far right of the contract manager of the Moby-Glass, select a beacon type and the subsequent options: personal transport, destination, reputation requirements and payment offered, or combat assistance with reputation requirements and just payment offered. Created beacons can be viewed under the Beacons tab. Created beacons can be cancelled at any time, excepting a beacon. So beacons can be found under the Beacons group of the General tab of the Contract Manager. Beacons will display beacon type, initiator's name and payment offered. Once accepted, you can cancel, withdraw from a contract at any time. Completing a beacon. Completed beacons will automatically move into the History tab. Transport beacons will automatically be completed based on the transport destination. Successfully completed beacons will automatically get a positive rating. Upon cancellation, players can rate the other party positive or negative. Players can also view their current reputation on the Beacons tab. Visor and combat markers. The old combat markers were replaced with the new 3D versions that include target brackets and hit indication and missile locks. The visor screen has had additional hit effects for shields and hull areas added to the displays for your ship and targeted ships. A new MFD screen has been added, allowing players to customize the view angles of the target self-visor screens. New ships and vehicles. The Tumble Cyclone, the Reclaimer, the Terrapin, the Razor and the Nox Q have all been added. New ships weapons. The Distortion Scatterguns size 4, the Salvation size 5, the Absolution and size 6, the Condemnation have all been added. The Ballistic Scatterguns size 1 Havoc, the size 2 Hellion and the size 3 Predator have all been added as well. There's also the 10 series Greatsword Ballistic Cannon, which is a size 2, the Omni Sky 9 Laser Cannon, which is a size 3, the Yellow Jacket Ballistic Gatling, which is a size 1, and the CF557 Guldorina Repeater, which is a size 5 repeater. Big repeater. FPS weapons, there's the Custodian Energy SMG and the R97 Ballistic Shotgun, which have also been added to Star Marine, I believe. User interface or UI improvements. They've added visual change to better indicate when the player is in focus mode of the interaction mode. They've removed the port modification system from all vehicles. There is now an interaction trigger to exit a usable seat or stall. Typically press the H key and you will get out of a seat though, so please remember that. Reduce the sideways sway of the camera during breathing. Minor adjustments to the options menu text to increase readability, updates to AI behavior relating to accuracy, variability, and missile usage, along with bug fixes. They've also updated the loading screens. Universe and PU stuff, so they've expanded the interactable seating in Grimhex, they've increased the brightness of the interaction highlights on Grimhex's elevator buttons, lock-on interactions during quantum travel to prevent passengers from climbing out mid-travel, they've improved Grimhex's audio ambience, they've expanded seating usables and updated some interaction points in Port Olisar. They've lowered the virtue cost for ramming and removed the virtual penalty for illegal parking, updated lighting within Levski hangars, updated the various shopkeepers with additional performance capture and dialogue, updated surface textures and topography of Crusaders' moons, expanded the double O landing pad at Port Olisar to accommodate the Reclaimer, additional environmental missions have been added, AI pilots may feel a bit more chatty, updates to helmet lighting too. Mission stuff, so a polish to admin NPC animations. When first opening the Mobiglass, the contract manager should now display the first mission. When accepting a mission, the Mobiglass contract manager automatically displays that mission's objectives. Updated missions with additional dialogue, reduced the virtual penalty for criminal missions and added virtual reward for killing criminal players. They've expanded the environmental missions as well. Ships and vehicles, they've updated the glass shader on the MFDs for the Vanguard Cutlass, Prospector, 85X, Hornet, Nox, Dragonfly, 300 series, M50, Prospector and Gladius, increased the power draw of the EMP when charging, increased the cooldown after use and lowered its distortion damage as well. They've added new distortion values to all ship items capable of taking that kind of damage, increased the self-destruct timer length on ships that require multiple interactions to exit. They've increased the EM and IR signatures on countermeasures, altered ship countermeasure sizes and loadouts to better reflect their relative signatures. They've reduced shield health, updated shields to operate as independent faces for regen, increased setback, lowered regen and regen acceleration as well. They've adjusted countermeasure signal decay to reduce the need to spam countermeasures to divert missiles. The Origin Jumpworks 325A has had some of its hardpoint changed. It now has 2 size 3s on its wings and a size 4 on its nose. The other 300 series have had all of their mounts now changed to size 3. They've updated the fuel usage and retuned atmospheric flight for them as well. Updates to the Glaive and the 325's health as well. They've decreased the spread on the Sawbuck repeaters. Ships now have variable radar ranges based on their size and role. They've adjusted the effects of ESP, so people will notice difference in aiming if they're using it. They've reorganized the default MFD screen layout on the Reliant. They've updated and polished ship destruction VFX. Art rework of the Omni-Sky series of the laser cannons has been done. Tweaks and fixes to the IFCS have also been done, the flight control system. Cargo and trading. Kiosks should now display first 2 digits after the decimal place under the buy-sell price. They've altered the despawn timer on cargo so it will persist for longer. Various polish has been done to carry box animations and placing. They've added a hollow effect to held items when attempting to place them so players aren't visually blocked by the held item. They've added a quick place mechanic where you can hold the left mouse button to start placing so you don't need to select the place interaction. Arena Commander, they've removed ejection ability from multiplayer modes. They've allowed the Prospector to be selected in race modes. Players should now periodically gain lives during the swarm modes. They've removed the interaction nodes for open close exterior and lock unlock ship in competitive multiplayer. They've reduced the health of the Vandal Scavengers. The Scorpion Gatling can be mounted on any size compatible hardpoint now. They've increased ammo box round counts. They've rebalanced ammo drops around increased ammo box counts as well. The Vandal Swarm now has 9 waves and has had its waves reworked. Star Marine, the prior loadout customizer, has been replaced with a management system mirroring the personal manager app of the Mobiglass, allowing players to use weapons and armor purchased in the persistent universe in applicable game modes. User interface stuff again, so various menu and Mobiglass audio fixes and improvements, updates and polish to visor displays, including the addition of IR and EM signatures. They've reworked the Vehicle Manager app and Personal Manager app along with Star Marine and Arena Commander loadout managers. The VMA, the Vehicle Manager app, should now function while in hangar. The VMA and PMA should now use render to texture. They've improved character lighting, colour and brightness for the PMA as well. First person stuff. They've improved the planet side audio effects for all first person weapons. They've removed UI shake from weapon recoil animations and more technical things. There's been lots and lots of performance tweaks. They fixed several crashes for client and server side. Clients should no longer get stuck on a black screen when failing to connect to a server, and they've reduced the shaky graphics effects associated with SLI. SLI should be working much better than it has previously. Bug fixes. So there was a huge list of bug fixes which were fixed during the PT phases and discovered during those phases, and even from the previous 3.0.1 build. I'll include a link to that full list, but I'd like to highlight that the mobiGlas, its apps, the PMA, VMA, as well as the IFCS, ESP, missions, mission givers, Cargo HUD, and dozens of other major gameplay bugs have been fixed and implemented, allowing much more access to the general gameplay that was supposed to be in 3.0 and was sort of there, but blocked by bugs. You can now complete a lot more missions, you can now do a lot of stuff without crashing so much, and there are still tweaks and performance issues that Star Citizen has. It's still an alpha, and you can feel that when you play and you get a crash or something goes wrong, or you lose your ship due to an odd bug and lose a load of your alpha UEC or whatever. So please bear that in mind when testing. It is very much a patch for testing, as almost all of these alpha patches will be for the next year or two. So yeah, bear that in mind. However, it is the best Star Citizen experience I've had so far, and there are lots of tweaks you can do for your performance and for your stability, which I will put into a guide on the website shortly, that will help you a lot to get the best experience out of this game. Every month we have a giveaway for Star Citizen as well. This time for April, it's for the heavy salvage ship, the massive Aegis Reclaimer, provided by our featured app, MyRadar. MyRadar is a free weather app that includes full-scale maps of the 3 moons of Crusader. Yes, from Star Citizen, including Yela, Selen, and Daymar. Users can scroll around the interactive maps and zoom in to see the landscape and geography of these moons. Also, MyRadar is a real-life weather app giving you information on the weather, potentially in your area, and MyRadar is available in the US, Europe, Japan, South Korea, and coming this summer to Australia as well. It's available on iOS, Android, and Windows. Please check it out in the links below if you are interested. But to be in for a chance of winning that Reclaimer, make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, and then comment on any of my Star Citizen videos made through April. Each video gives you another chance to win. Do you have any questions about that patch, about Star Citizen or Squadron 42's development, or gameplay mechanics, or suggestions for other videos? Please chuck them in the comments below. A special thank you to my Patreons who allow me to create the amount of content I do. If you're interested in becoming one of those lovely fellows or fellowettes, then please find the links to Patreon down below, as well as everything else we've talked about. Please don't forget to like and subscribe as well, as it really does help me, and I'll see you in the verse.